Hi, it's Chuck. I finally got a chance to dig into this Gorgar machine, and I wanted to show you some of the things I'm working on. I pulled off all the Playfield plastic. You can see it's laid out over here. It's all in pretty good shape, although some of it is warped. You'll see on the cross section there's a little bit of a curvature on some of these, and I'm going to have to see if I can maybe use a heat gun and press those flat again. But I don't think they need to be replaced. They're in pretty good shape. No real surprises on the Playfield, although you'll notice a lot of the general illumination bulbs are out and they're black, and even some of the ones that are working are the bulb is blackened. And what'll happen is if the bulb starts to get really dark, then they put off a lot more heat, and that'll damage the Playfield plastic. So up here on the back board, you'll see that most of the general illumination bulbs are missing, and it was that way when I got it. I have a feeling that the original owner, or one of the owners, figured out that the heat from those bulbs was damaging the back glass, and so they took them out. And I'm glad they did, because the back glass is a lot less damaged than it could have been. I'll pull the back glass out here and you can see the back and all the crazing that's on there just from the heat, and it's really focused right where the bulbs were. So you know that heat from those bulbs were focused on there and causing that damage. Now, in reading up on pinball restoration, I discovered that the bulbs for the general illumination and most of the other like bumpers and things were a number 44 bulb, and the recommendation is that you put in a number 47. So these draw a quarter of an amp, these 44s, and these draw 0.15 of an amp, and that they're just slightly dimmer, but they put off a substantially less heat. And so for home use, like how I'm going to use this, I would rather have the dimmer bulbs and a little more protection from damaging the Playfield plastics and the back glass. Another part of the pinball machine I'm going to be working on today is the display boards. Now, these display boards that are up here are the original ones, the high voltage style. They're glass and there's like a vacuum inside. And with these, mine are actually having some issues, and I mentioned this in the last video. The display board has been hacked and worked on, and it's in really bad shape, and it's not doing it today, but there are times when there are extra segments on that aren't supposed to be, and so I'm just going to bypass the whole problem, and I'm replacing every one of these boards. So there's 4 score display boards, and then the main display board, which has all the logic for the scores, as well as the number of credits and the ball in play displays. And I'm going to replace them with this kit here, and what this is a modern drop-in equivalent with LED score display, and so it does not require high voltage. It has, logically, it's identical to the set that's up there. It just doesn't use the high voltage line to power the displays. It uses a lot less power, and because it's LED, it will last a very, very long time. Another thing I want to show you here is the Playfield rubber that I pulled off. You can see there's still a fair amount on here, but I pulled off most of the big pieces, and it's in really bad shape. This piece, it's just completely crumbled. This one is, you can tell, very heat damaged. So what's happening is these are like getting hard. Every time they get hit by a ball, little flakes of rubber fly off, and they get on the play field, and the ball then kind of grinds them into the play field. And that's a quick way to ruin your play field. I'm going to pull off all these components and clean them up individually, get everything real nice and polished, and I'm actually going to use this plastic scratch remover called Novus, which is pretty much the industry standard for repairing pinball machines. I also have some Playfield wax that I purchased.
Yeah.
What do you think about this pinball machine?
Yeah.
Is it pretty cool?
Yeah.
What part do you like?
The
light?
Yeah.
The blinky lights?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to be excited to play it when we fix it?
Yeah.
Me too. All right. Say bye.
Bye.